Do you understand an essay while reading it but lose that sense of direction when you begin writing? In this approximately 60-minute tutoring video, you will learn to strip away topic-specific content, reveal structural signals, and rebuild the pattern with new ideas. When we reach Play Lab, the recommended practice route is about 40 minutes, but it is flexible. Spend less time on one focused skill or continue longer for more practice and advanced challenges. We will study structure, not complete graded work. Be ready to predict, explain, revise, and write. Let's open the welcome slide and preview the complete route. Welcome to Essay Skeleton Lab. The tutoring video you are beginning runs for approximately 60 minutes. It will introduce the complete method, demonstrate how it works, prepare you for practice, and help you reflect on the results. The guided tutoring is approximately 40 minutes, but that is a design target, not a timer or stopping requirement. You may use it for less time when you need one focused activity. You may also spend longer completing additional cycles. The more focused effort you give, the more practice, feedback, variation, independence, and advanced challenge the tutor will provide. We will follow 5 stages. First, during the check-in, you will identify a situation in which organization, transitions, or flow feels difficult. Please do not share private information, confidential writing, or restricted test content. Second, we will learn how transitions and rhetorical moves guide readers through relationships such as example, contrast, cause, qualification, and result. We will distinguish a transition-only strip from a more informative functional skeleton. Third, you will enter then-guided tutor conversation. The recommended route is about 40 minutes. It begins with a diagnosis, provides direct instruction in modeling, guides your first attempts, reduces support, and gives you an independent challenge. You can stop earlier with a progress summary or continue longer through more advanced cycles. Fourth, you will return to debrief. You will identify what you demonstrated, what support you used, and what knowledge or performance gap remains. Finally, you will reflect on your next step, stop, repeat, increase the challenge, switch disciplines, or continue through another practice cycle. Let's examine the framework that will guide your learning. Before we begin today's learning session, let's take a moment to check in and clarify your goal, purpose, and what meaningful progress would look like for you. Please scan the QR code to open our discussion board. Share a short response to each of the 3 questions: what you are working on today, where you feel stuck or uncertain, and what would make this session successful. Then read at least one response from another learner. You have 5 minutes for this check-in. If you finish early, you can skip ahead to the next part of the session or interact with more learner responses. If you need more than 5 minutes, simply pause the video and take the time you need, or move forward whenever you are ready. The framework guiding today's work is called the Skeleton Mastery Cycle. Its 6 actions are notice, strip, map, explain, rebuild, and transfer. The approximately 60-minute tutoring video introduces the full method and demonstrates how the stages connect. Play Lab is where you practice it. The recommended Play Lab route is approximately 40 minutes, but it is intentionally flexible. You may complete a shorter focused task, follow the full route, or continue through additional advanced cycles. The first action is notice. We begin by locating signals that help readers interpret relationships. These may be individual words such as, however, phrases such as, for example, complete transitional sentences, or signals between paragraphs and sections. Some relationships are implicit. Repeated key terms, pronouns, parallel sentences, sentence order, imagery, pacing, and changes in tone can guide the reader even when no obvious transition appears. The second action is strip. Here, we temporarily remove topic-specific content so that the organization becomes easier to see. Consider this original passage. Many cities add bicycle lanes to reduce traffic. However, a lane alone may not persuade commuters to cycle. For example, an unsafe intersection can interrupt an otherwise protected route. Therefore, planners should treat bicycle lanes as one part of a connected safety system. A pure strip leaves, however. For example, therefore, that sequence suggests a complication, an example, and a conclusion or recommendation. But the transition words do not reveal the complete reasoning. This leads to the third action, map. We expand the pure strip into a functional skeleton, proposed benefit, however, limitation, for example, specific evidence, therefore, implication or recommendation. The content labels describe rhetorical moves. A rhetorical move is the job a section performs for the reader. It may establish context, make a claim, supply evidence, concede a limitation, answer an objection, compare alternatives, or explain an implication. The fourth action is explain. You must explain why the parts connect. However, does not create contrast by itself. The ideas surrounding it must actually contrast. Therefore, does not prove a conclusion. The earlier information must reasonably support that conclusion. This is where skeleton stripping becomes a reasoning activity rather than a search for special words. The tutor may ask, what changed here? What does the writer expect the reader to think next? Is this an example, a cause, evidence, or simply another detail? Does the conclusion go beyond the evidence? Would another transition communicate the relationship more accurately? The fifth action is rebuild. You apply the structural relationship to different content. Password rules can reduce simple account breaches. However, complicated rules alone may cause people to reuse passwords. For example, an employee may repeat one difficult password across several systems. Therefore, organizations should combine sensible password rules with multi-factor authentication and user education. The topic has changed, but the underlying relationship has been transferred. The sixth action is transfer. At this stage, you determine whether the skeleton fits a different audience, genre, discipline, or purpose. You are not expected to copy every structure. Sometimes the strongest choice is to adapt or reject it. A scientific explanation may move from condition to mechanism to result. A legal analysis may move through issue, rule, application, and conclusion. A reflective essay may move from experience to interpretation to future action. Artistic prose may turn through image, repetition, pacing, or tone rather than obvious transition words. Play Lab develops these abilities through expandable practice. If you use it briefly, the tutor will focus on one useful target and give you a progress summary. During the recommended 40-minute route, it will diagnose, teach, model, guide, reduce support, and administer an independent check. If you continue longer, it should not simply give you more of the same exercise. It will introduce subtler signals, wider genres, new disciplines, less scaffolding, delayed review, structural revision, and deeper transfer. Whenever you stop, the tutor will summarize what you demonstrated, what remains uncertain, and what you should do next. The more focused effort you give the practice, the more purposeful learning opportunities the app gives back. Now you are ready to begin your first skeleton mastery cycle. Now, let's begin your guided tutoring session. This tutor periodically checks your understanding, gives direct instruction, and provides guided practice and feedback to help you improve step by step. You will move through learning cycles: assess, learn, practice, receive feedback, apply the skill independently, and continue to the next challenge. You have 40 minutes for this activity, but you may adjust your participation based on your available time. Scan the QR code to open the assigned tutoring activity and follow the personalized prompts one at a time. Think, practice, and respond in your own words as you work toward your session summary and next step. Use the assigned activity only. Do not enter private or restricted information, and do not use other AI tools during this learning activity. This process is designed to strengthen your own thinking and build the targeted skill. Great job completing the tutoring session. Now, let's take a few minutes for a learning debrief. Reflecting on your own learning, also called metacognition, helps you recognize what changed, what you can do more confidently, and what your next step should be. Please scan the QR code to return to Padlet. Share. First, one idea, skill, or strategy you understand better now. Second, one mistake, misconception, or earlier level of performance you corrected or grew beyond. And third, after reading 2 other responses, one useful approach, insight, or experience that strengthened your understanding. The goal is to reflect on your own progress and learn from one another. You have 5 minutes to complete this activity. If you need more time, pause the video and continue when you are ready. Great, congratulations on reaching the final step. After each learning or tutoring session, it is important to reflect on what comes next. This checkout is your chance to recognize your progress, identify what still needs attention, and choose your next practice step. So, what is your next learning move? Think about these 3 questions. What became clearer for you during this session? What question, difficulty, or uncertainty still remains? And what will you practice next, and when will you do it? Please scan the QR code and post a brief response to each question. You have 5 minutes. Remember, reflect, plan, and continue building mastery. Thank you for learning with us. If you enjoyed this tutoring session or would like more guided tools and resources, please like, subscribe, and explore the additional resources in the description below. See you next time.